Hey you guys, and welcome to my channel, and assalamu alaikum to my Muslim subscribers and viewers. In this video we're going to be talking about how narcissists set people up, and I really don't want you to sleep on any of my videos, but especially this one right here, because it could literally save your life. And you know, we can expand this beyond narcissists, just manipulative, sneaky people, you know, who have something to gain by setting you up, you know. These setups can look all kinds of ways. It can be on the smallest scale of someone just trying to bait you in for an argument, get some type of reactive abuse response out of you, to, on the other end of the spectrum, someone baiting you to their playing field to set you up to end your life or to severely traumatize you or harm you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So, and then there's everything in between, you guys. And this is why it's so important to make sure you are connected with your inner voices and, you know, to the Most High, because they're going to send you signals. You know, the human body is made to warn you of danger. Yes, it does. The more you are connected to yourself, intuitive, they call it, you know, and the louder the Most High's voice can be for you, you'll be able to get these signals. I remember watching an Italian mobster movie, and I believe her name was Karen. At this particular point of the movie, as what comes with the game of being in a mob, her husband was under fire for something, and you know, there was some heat around her husband, which means there's heat on her, you know, and everybody close and connected to him. That's how that works. And one of his mobster friends had like an appliance store, and he tried to bait her to come into the store, but it was so weird. Like, even me watching it, I got an eerie feeling just watching it myself. None of the lights were on in the appliance store. He was like, hey, I got some new washers and dryers I would love to show you. And Karen's gut was screaming at her, get out of there. Like, if I go in there, I'm not coming back out. And, you know, she didn't let him know, hey, I know you're trying to bait me in to kill me. Like, she just said, hey, I gotta go get something. She made up an excuse. I gotta go get something from the grocery store. And, you know, I'm just so busy right now, another time. And she brisk walked. She didn't run. She didn't want to make it seem, you know, too obvious, but her heart was racing. Like, her body knew that was the wrong decision for her to make. And I know, like, everyone's not in a mobster family and whatnot, but when you're dealing with narcissists, especially the higher range ones, and even mid, you could be dealing with sociopaths and psychopaths, you guys. And these people, they have a brain injury in the section of the brain where empathy should be. So they don't care about ending your life, messing up, ruining things that you have going on for their ego, for their revenge, or to protect their name. Look at this. How ironic, an ambulance riding by while I'm telling you guys this message. This is very important, and somebody needs to hear this today. All right, so we have to know when we're being set up, and don't let time be your enemy, okay? And because you often hear time is your friend, because patience is a virtue, not for bullshit, of course. Gosh, I'm not editing that. I'm gonna have to take that one. Not for BS, but for, you know, the right things. You should be patient for the right things, of course, not for abuse, not for mistreatment, not for someone terrorizing and disrupting and turning your world upside down. But in the healing process, you know, giving yourself time to work through those grieving process, after a while, you feel very removed from the trauma that they caused in your life. You even can disassociate with it. You barely ever think about it or whatever. And it starts to become very small. Where it was very big when it first happened, it starts to become very small. And manipulators know that. That's why sometimes they will give it time, because they're like, you know, this person needs to cool down. Maybe in time, you know, it'll get so minimized to you that you literally minimize the situation. And even if it was a situation where you blew it up more than it was at first, We still can't minimize the facts of what that person did in their betrayal and them showing you who they are, because believe them, honey, that's who they are. They'll come back with a fake apology. They'll play off of you doing the work and healing, and you'll be like, you know what? You're so disassociated from it. You think, oh, I could be cordial with this person, or, oh, you know what? I don't hate you. How you're willing to have like conversation or whatever, or any access you might let them have back in. They're like, got them. You know why? Because you caused that narcissistic injury and they never let it go. And now they're back for their revenge. You've softened up so much they can get through the cracks, and now they can get their revenge on you. They don't care if it's 50 years later. So we can't let time be our enemy. And, you know, get in the process of, yeah, you can forgive someone and just disassociate with them, period. Physically, like, you don't even have to let them know that you forgave them. Just ignore them. You know, they keep creating accounts to try to get in touch with you. Ignore them, block them, whatever. Let it fall on deaf ears, you know. But a lot of times with empaths, you know, we want to reconcile situations. We want that apology, whether it's sincere or not, and that can set us up for the setup. Oh, can you meet me here? Let me take you to dinner. You go there and it's an attack, you know. It's an attack waiting for you. And I'm not trying to scare anyone, like, for you to be scary. It's just for you to be cautious and don't forget who you were dealing with. Don't forget what this person did. Like, I've heard the absolutely most nastiest stories. And when someone offends you like that, you never need to be in that person's energy and presence again. I don't care how much of an apology they want to give you. You just can't trust it. You can't trust it. And even if you say, okay, I'll go, but I'm bringing my gun. I'll bring the police in the bushes. I'll do this, I'll do that. Well, everyone has their decisions to make, you know, but I would say don't even put yourself in proximity. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it, you guys. And it's just not. I've seen too many stories of people hanging around their frenemies, people that are jealous and envious of them, and they are just waiting for their moment to attack. They're waiting for their moment to set it up. And they've been setting it up since day one by pretending to even be a friend, by planting those seeds of trust. And even when you find them out, okay, how else can I get with them? A crocodile tears, a phony apology, you know? And then they'll try to play on whatever the carrot was that you wanted in a relationship. So if there's still any drop of hope, even if it's a grain of sand of you wanting something, they'll dangle that. You know, they'll dangle that in front of you. Or any ties, no matter how light, that still exists, or if they can reinforce that trauma bond or reactivate it, the soul tie, you know, for lustful people, yeah, they're going to bait you. They're going to bait you with anything that they have, because you got to remember, Shaitan is sneaky. He is very sneaky, and he wants you to hop into your shadow side. He wants to play off of your weakness. And if this person was abusing you and manipulating you, they have some perceived ideas about what your weaknesses are. The whole thing is, when you do the work, it's not going to work, because it's not your weaknesses no longer. You know, you've done the work. That's the beauty of doing the work. They stay the same while you elevate. But all yet and still, I just don't want you guys to have that naivety in you. You don't owe them anything. All right? Be very cautious when someone who has done the most to you try to get you to meet up with them. Try to get you to let them have access to you again. Because chances are, this person is plotting a revenge. This person is plotting to hurt you worse. Okay, you guys, I really, you know, it's too many people. And I keep saying this, don't bring a knife to a gunfight, you guys. These people, you would think you moved past it. It's been X amount of years. They haven't. They haven't moved past it. And then if you know their dirty little secret, because that plays something too. If they feel like there's a secret that you know that could completely devastate their life, they're going to be keeping an eye on you forever, because they're waiting, like, are they going to do this? Are they not? And then they could get so anxious to where they rather in you than have to wait and find a way to do it. So please be careful, especially if you were more private about the abuse. And narcissists, you know, they are very, very scary about their legacy and how people are seeing them. The covert ones especially. I'm tired of them, you know, luring in people, because a lot of empaths, they're just so gentle. But you can be gentle and wise at the same time. You can be smart but firm at the same time. You can be kind and firm at the same time. All right. So I'm really hoping that this talk is helping someone, because I don't want to see anybody getting hurt or set up, okay? Because it's serious, you guys. It's very serious. It's very serious. We see it all the time. You know, if you got people around you that are jealous, that are envious, that are hateful, and the more successful you get, please be careful. The more successful you get, the more you have to lose, the more you can be targeted for, the more abundant you are outwardly that people don't, you know, that other people don't have. Please be careful about who you let in your circle. Please be careful who you are trusting. Please be mindful, be careful, because that makes you a target. That's why I wouldn't even want to be a billionaire. You're very powerful in a certain way, but you are very targeted as well. You know, and that's a lot for some people to carry around. I wouldn't want it. You know, people say they want it, but you might want to think about that. You just put a huge target on your back. So when God is blessing you, when he's elevating you, when he's adding abundance to your life, be careful, you guys. Be careful for the setup to steal your wealth, the setup to sabotage your blessings, the setup to crumple your empire. These things are real. The setup to try to get your secrets, to steal your business ideas, to, you know, to mess up your marriage, whatever you have that's good that someone else covets. All these cosigns coming through with my other phone. Please, you guys, I am telling you, you have to be so careful. The evil eye is real. Jealousy is real. Resentment is real. Anger is real. The get back, I want to get my lick back, the payback is real. Covering up for themselves when it's like survival of the fittest mentality, such as what they have, is me or you. I'm not going to look bad. I'm going to make sure you look bad. I'm going to make sure you'll never be able to make me look bad. People get desperate. There's a desperation behind that, and I don't want you to fall for it, okay? So I really hope this video is helping you. Listen to it again if you have to, because it's real. It is real. All right, you guys, like and subscribe. Keep doing the work. Never give up on yourself, and I will see you in the next upload.